I saw a video recently of a father of 3 children who had been married for 10 years, and then his wife left him with the 3 kids. And so this guy was falling apart. He created an account and he was just talking about this is like day one of being alone with the children, and he was crashing out crying, saying he was hyperventilating. Whilst I empathize with him, there were lots of comments saying normal thing now, this is what every single mom experiences, deal with it. I empathize with him, and I think that saying that to him at that time wasn't a very empathetic thing for women to be saying, but I understand where the women were coming from as well. And this is the reason why there was one of the videos that I did where I said, if you can leave the children with their father, please do. Do you understand? And I don't mean leave them the way that this woman has left, because the way that this woman has left is obviously like she just upped and left, right? I feel like the living that I'm talking about is a living where the children understand what's happening, and they know that every weekend they come to the other parents' place, or maybe they have a living type of arrangement, but let the bulk of the living labor be on the man, like 70%. And I think it's important, especially if he's a good father, like I said. I think it's important because I feel like a lot of men don't really appreciate the labor women face in caring for the children, the school run, the cooking, the distance. So that's why you can treat your wife like a slave or a maid, or as if her voice doesn't matter. You can do all of those things because you're looking down on what she's doing. So by the time you leave a man with 70% of the care and the living of the child, his brain will reset. He will realize that, oh, so this is what this woman has been doing. That was where I was coming from when I made that statement, right? I feel like as a community, there are things that we need to really begin to talk about and discuss, right? I feel like we need to build healthy families. I feel like the way that a lot of us have built homes and marriages, we're still sort of operating with the scripts that our parents had, where in those times men were autocratic, wives were almost like maids, and they treated them like second-class citizens, and that was what was prevalent. And then you now have millennials that have come up and they sort of followed that pattern. Some of them saw their parents struggle, some of them saw their parents divorce, and so some of those ones who saw the impact of that kind of pattern and what it did, maybe their parents divorced, were a bit more wiser to be like, oh no, I want to be with someone who is like my friend, who I connect with. But then the people who saw their mothers submit to their father's tyrannical rule went ahead to perpetuate the same cycle because that was all they knew. But I feel like we should really be pushing for healthy families, healthy marriages, where the system that we're operating in marriages is no longer that tyrannical rule where the man is going about, I'm the man, I pay the bills. It's not really like that anymore. We need to be in a place where we really understand what is marriage. Marriage is not, I've paid your bride price, now you serve me. It's, I want to do life with you. I paid your bride price, so what? You're not buying the person. The person is not a cow that you go to the market and you purchase. I pay, how much is this one? I purchase you. So because of that, I must get the value of my money from you. It's a human being, it's a human being. So I feel like we need to push for healthy marriages, healthy homes. So let's say you even started out with a faulty pattern, faulty foundation of, hey, you're the woman, you must do all the chores, you must do everything in the house. Let's say you started with a faulty pattern. By the time your wife grows, because everyone is growing within the marriage, don't get the mentality that, hey, you've joined bad gang, It's not bad gang, she has grown. And let's say she has now grown, you your own self, because you, as a man, you also want your marriage to work. It's not, it's a woman that builds the home. It's a woman that builds the home. It's for both of you. So you as a man now, do you not want a good marriage? Do you not want a healthy home? Don't you want peace? So anyway, I was saying we should push for healthy marriages. Let's say you started with a faulty foundation and faulty pattern. We should be willing to also unlearn. Not, hey, it's you, the wife, that must unlearn. You must submit everything. It's you're now on social media. You're now going to work. You must submit your job, submit your social media account so that you come back under subjugation and so that I can press you. Do you understand? There's some people that when they're saying unlearn, what they are hearing, some men, what they are hearing, don't is it is her, she's on social media. If she, why are you on social? Are you kidding? This is not 19 or something. No, people are on social media. If you better get on it. Better get on it. You and your wife can build something, build your business, build something. While you're looking to remove your wife from social media, other men are building fortunes with their families on social media. But you, because your mentality is oppressive, what you're thinking is of how you can remove her from the social media so that she will not become influenced by bad. Is you think your wife is a child that doesn't have any brain. Anyway, the point I'm making is that even if you have a faulty foundation, you can unlearn things. You can be vulnerable to say, maybe I'm not doing well. Maybe we're not doing well. Maybe we need to go back. There are very forward-thinking people in our society, coaches, someone like Praise Fofowe. They're teaching these things like a family engineering system where he's like, the patterns that were working before, they are no longer working. If you're a man in this time and a woman in this time, there's a different way that families will be done. Because if you carry the format scripts, it will not work. That's why we're having all these divorces up and down. It will not work. And then there's another thing I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about the fact that the mentality that we have as a society, where when there's been a divorce, everybody expects the woman to have the children. I feel like that is coming from the fact that in the past, we know that when the marriage has broken apart and let's say there's a divorce, most men abandon their families and go. And so it's a pattern of behavior in the community. Most men, if the marriage has broken down and let's say the woman has filed for divorce and gone, the men would then leave the children. So everybody says stay for the children. So basically they're saying stay for the children, because maybe the man will no longer provide school fees, and so stay for the children. So your children will get an education. Just stay for the children. Now, the problem I have with this mentality is that it's like the men in their head, they're thinking, okay, if this marriage has failed, then this family has failed. I'll now leave this family. I'll go and start another family, a fresh family. There's no understanding of the fact that these are my children. I need to protect my children. This is my legacy, children. Like, you're still a parent. It's not because this marriage has failed, I now unparent these children and I go start a new family and parent new children. Like, it's us not understanding what legacy is, and it's also immaturity on the part of the men. But I feel like it's the Westerners that understand these things well, in the sense that you can see in a breakup of a family, their goal is still, we still want to raise balanced children. We know that this divorce is traumatic and we don't want it to impact our children. We still want our children to be balanced. So even though we're divorced or separated, we can come together with respectfully to still show off our children. You see, my graduations or anything or things that are happening in school, the two parents are showing up, so the children are still balanced and still happy. But in our own, it's like, hey, I'm not there anymore. You don't provide the uniform, you don't provide school fees, you don't provide anything. You just leave your children. It's because you don't understand legacy, and it's because we're not teaching these things. We're not preaching it. It's no longer, hey, woman, submit. What are we even teaching the men? How to even protect their family? Let's say it does not even work. Are you even there for your children? And I feel like these are some of the things that we need to begin to talk about as a community. Men, show up for your children. Show up for your children. It has nothing to do with the mother of your children. Show up for your children. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. All right.